Homelessness is a never-ending crisis. I walked into the AOC, it's called the Albuquerque Opportunity Center, and it reminded me of the Superdome at Katrina. That's exactly what it looked like, just a room full of people with a bunch of beds, you know, and that's what really made me realize what homelessness is. You know, it's, the people may cycle in and out, but it's, the crisis is never ending.
So this project we're filming is actually where I'm going to be living for a week without a home, and I will be living off of about only $20 in my wallet. So we can essentially simulate what it would be like for anyone, like any college student, anyone that would just suddenly lose their job, lose their house, and what it would be like for them to have to start living off of very little money and without a roof over their head. I will not be able to, I guess, be in a shelter unless it, or even like eat from a shelter unless it is like an emergency where that's just how bad the situation is getting, but I don't see that happening. I'm only going to be starting out with basically my clothes and a few other things that are in my bag, and other than that, anything else that I need for the whole week I have to get either from the money I have now in my wallet or from money I'd have to get trying to just earn it throughout the week through jobs if I can get any, or just through people if they're kind enough to offer me anything. So the two things I got, I didn't have to get that much today, were just a giant bottle of water because I'm going to have to keep up my health this week so I can make it through it. And then the other thing was actually a journal that I'm going to keep so I can like write in it at night just how it's been going through my day and everything, and just all my thoughts and stuff like that I would get out for a record later. I came down to where Tent City used to be. It's not here anymore apparently. That was an hour and a half walk. I didn't expect that to actually be that bad except the backpack. Checked with some of the restaurants there and some of the stores, and as I assumed, I couldn't get a job because by the simulation I don't have a house, and without a house to list they won't offer me a job. So
I've been homeless now 7 years. The one advice I can give to him is as he's just now hitting the streets, he's not going to know what to do. He's going to be in a lot of danger. He doesn't know it, and standing on your own 2 feet is what it's called in Americana terms. But what I mean, as opposed to street life, is you have to learn to depend on yourself and yourself alone.
So last night was a lot more awful than I thought it would be. I tried sleeping on top of that parking structure, but it got a lot colder than I thought, so I tried moving to like the stairwell after that, but that also, the longer I stayed there, the more cold it got, and the more awake I got, and the more miserable I felt. I just couldn't get comfortable, felt awful, honestly, and I was losing more and more sleep, feeling worse and worse by the minute, the more sleep I was losing. Probably the most difficult thing about this would be trying to sleep anywhere, especially with how cold it is, because it just works at you and works at you and works at you, because it's just so hard with the cold, how hard it is to get comfortable, worrying every time you hear a sound that it's someone coming up to you. Like, it's hard. I have to find something better if I'm going to make it through this, and it has to be away from here, because this was just the first night. If it was this bad on the first night, by the fourth, like, I cannot be anywhere close to my house because I will probably break at that point and give up if I'm anywhere close to where there is some warmth and safety. I have to be far away from here to make sure that I continue with this. As far as the plan for today goes, I'm gonna try gathering some cans and bottles up, doing stuff like that to earn some more money because I'm gonna need some I'm down about 15 bucks now, and with how I spent like 5 yesterday just getting food, there's no way I'll be able to go through the whole week with only that much, so I'm gonna try to earn some money or something.
I heard a statistic that 1 out of 6 kids suffer from hunger in the world, and 1 out of 5 in America. So it's actually worse in America than in third world countries. Who would have thought, you know? And being homeless, there's a lot of stigmas, like media, I would say there's a stereotype of homeless people being hungry. You're in a low-income family, your parents already don't have money to give, they can't give you lunch money, how are they going to feed you on the weekends or after school? So a lot of these, some of these kids don't have food to eat on the weekends.
We're starting to run low on money. I've got about $8 now, maybe. So I still have 4 days left. I have to be buying food, and I still have to, well, shower for one, so I have to pay for that. What I've been doing so far is just using like a rag in the bathroom and everything, but I mean I need a legitimate shower now at this point.
So hopefully the cans get me some money to last me a while.
Didn't go exactly as planned from yesterday. Only out of all that work got $1.10. But that's at least enough to get like a $1 menu meal from a fast food joint or something. So my hope right now is when I go to the library that I'll be able to find something online, like, I don't know, a survey or something to do for a while, and that could earn me more. Went in, got the $15 from the interview. Yeah, no, survey. Yeah, that's what I was doing, online surveys. So I got the $15 I have from that. It's in my wallet. I'm gonna be able to shower now. That's nice, not have to use rags in the bathroom. And got a free lollipop while I was at it.
You have to remember not to forget how much danger you're in. Never let anybody know your whereabouts consistently at night. Don't make any friends that you're going to say that, oh, well, it's okay, I'm going to put all my trust in this person because he knows so-and-so and so-and-so.
So that was probably the greatest thing ever, honestly. Just finally having a hot shower just felt amazing. But on the negative side, that was only supposed to be $7, according to the person I talked to yesterday, but instead it was $13, which only leaves me with enough money for food tomorrow and for food on Wednesday, but nothing for Thursday, so I have no idea what I'm going to do for that. So I'm going to have to get one of those jobs on Craigslist tomorrow, or I'm not sure. I'm just going to have to, honestly. But at least for tonight, I can be happy. So there's that.
So I'm probably not going to be getting any sleep soon. I just got up from being asleep for maybe 15 minutes because suddenly some crazy guy that is in a suit, like a legitimate suit, like he'd wear to like a formal event, running around the park, and then every time he'd pass me, he'd suddenly slow down, walk, and keep punching the air. And then now, since I got up and was sitting on a bench, I started walking around, and there's this one guy that'll always stand at a distance, but whenever I start walking, he will too, and then he'll stop and pretend not to look at me, but when he thinks I don't notice, I can see him staring at me. So I'm not going to be probably getting any sleep tonight. Great.
This is Michael Pierce calling about the cameraman position that you posted on Craigslist. Yeah? Oh. Okay. The position's filled? Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, thank you anyways. Goodbye. Yeah. Yeah, no, I could do it for a day, or I could do it for 2 or 3, but I couldn't do it full time. No, I don't have a car. I'd have to get there by bus. Alright, well, thank you anyways. Bye. Well, that was predictable. To be honest, I doubt there's any that's going to be a yes, because these are posting jobs because they're looking for full-time people, not like a one-day job. But keep trying. No, I currently do not have an address or a car.
I won't text you, and then she calls me. She literally calls me.
Okay, thank you. Bye. So Craigslist didn't go very well, honestly. They were mostly listing jobs for people like manager positions or full-time. I would have only been able to do like a day or 2 or 3. So I was hoping to find a job that would be like, here, come and clean this up today, or do whatever, something like that. And the few that were somewhat like that, they all, I couldn't take the job because I didn't have good enough transportation, and then one because I didn't even have a house to list for their application. So there's one that I called and I was sent to an answering machine, but that was posted a few days ago, so I don't know if they'll call me back or not, but we'll see. I don't have my hopes up for that though, so. So it's been a couple hours now and still no call back about the job, which is what I assumed, but that means I've got about $2 for meals tomorrow, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. I wanted to try to do something today, you can gather up more cans all day. If I could get me another $1, because I could at least do something off 3, but I'm just getting sicker and sicker. I can barely stand right now. I don't know if it's just lack of good nutrition or if it's just lack of sleep. I'm not sure. Sleep deprivation. I just feel awful. I took some medicine, so I'm feeling better now, but it's still difficult just to walk around, so I'm just trying to hang inside before I have to go out and find somewhere to sleep again. So I don't know. I don't know. So I used up basically the rest of my money this morning buying 2 burritos, but that's not going to be enough to eat for the whole day, so I've got 30 cents, and all I need is just 70 more and I could have a meal, but I can't do the cans because that took all day last time, and I only got $1 when I couldn't even turn them in that day because it took too long. And the surveys, the only site that offered money I used up all the surveys, so there's nothing else I can get from there. I only need 70 more cents, so the only thing I can think of really is just honestly looking around for change in parking lots or something, I guess. Well, I was able to find this 1 penny after an hour of searching, so keep this up and in a few days I'll be able to buy that. God damn. So at this point I'm just completely out of money, so I have no other choice for me to survive but to finally go to the soup kitchen / shelter. So I'm just gonna eat here and see how it goes, and I guess see how it is for a lot of the people that live here, see what it's like and how it's different in a way than just living out on the streets, essentially.
I work here at St. Martin's as a shelter assistant in our day shelter, and we serve about 250 to 300 people a day and about 400 to 500 meals a day. We really try to get to know the clients who come in and use our services, and we try to really make this a space for them and about them, and not really about our rules or our policies or anything like that. So anybody is welcome to walk in and use our services.
So I was finally able to get a good meal to eat this week, and it was the first one I've had in well over, I would say 24 hours, but I have not eaten in a very long time. So that was amazing. It's honestly awesome what these people are doing for everyone here. They're getting so much help, and the people working are just so nice. It's honestly just great. Tonight's going to be my last night to sleep homeless, but to be able to compare it with how we compared getting food by going to the soup kitchen, I'm going to be sleeping in a homeless shelter tonight to be able to compare how different it is just sleeping wherever you can find space like some other people do. It was honestly so cool being in that shelter. It was like, in a way, like its own little community, everyone there, because everyone there they had their different backgrounds, they were different in all kinds of ways, but everyone just came together and were just getting along, even though they were in bad situations, they were all able to still have a positive outlook and good time. It was so crazy. We were just all like, we'd just all be watching TV and just laughing at just random commercials that normally I'd be watching with other people and no one would even smile at, but we'd just all be having a good time just laughing at it, just being happy with what we've got. If there were no shelters, no like soup kitchens, if everyone just had to constantly for weeks, not even just 6 days or 5 days, try to like sleep in the cold and just try to eat McDonald's every day. I don't even know how people would even be able to live here, being able to do that. It's so good what the city does, honestly. But even then, there's one of the shelters that's going to be closing soon, so even more people are soon going to be needing help and be on the streets having to look for more places, and there's going to be even less room at the shelter soon. They just need help. They're just bad on their luck, a lot of these people, and they want to be able to do something about it, but they just need help.
your heart out.